So this would be a sample of an APA cover page or title page. So there is my running head up in the top. And all the actual running head is all in caps. On the flush right then is the page number. You insert the page number. Don't type it in, insert it in. If you type in 1, every page will say number 1. So if you insert it in, Word's going to number those pages for you. Then you center this, so depending how many lines you're going to have, you will center this onto your title, your name, and the college's name. Now, once in a while, one of your instructors here may ask you to also put the course name in there. Put that after your name and before the institution name. Okay? They will do that because in some of our programs here, you might have that same instructor for 2 or 3 classes. And some of these papers will look like they all blend together after a while for us. And so we may ask you to specify either the course name or the specific assignment. And that's something that your individual instructor may ask you to do just simply to help them at their other end of the coin, okay? And then, see, for our class purposes here, we could omit this author's note. We're not going to probably publish this in a formal journal or magazine, so we get to omit that. But the 3 main pieces are the full title, your name, and the full name of the institution that you are attending. Page 2 of an APA paper is always what's called the abstract page. And this abstract reflects the purpose and the content of the entire essay. But so as a result, you can't write it until after you finish the whole essay. You just need to leave the space open and then write it after you finish the essay. We have a title for the abstract page called Abstract. It will be centered on the 1-inch line. It is a single paragraph with no paragraph indentation, so it's just going to look like a block paragraph out there for you. You're limited from between 150 to 250 words out there. 150 to 250 words. So you need to show the critical evaluative summary of what is in your full essay. And then you indent and put in italics the word keywords, and then come up with the keywords that are in your paper. If this paper was going to be published online, and somebody wanted to go out to Google or Yahoo and do a search for this paper, what keywords should trigger? This is the paper that should come up. That's what you're looking to find. Some instructors here at Ivy Tech will say, I don't need the abstract page. Just keep in mind, if you do not hear that word, I don't need it, or that phrase, and you don't see it on your assignment sheet, you better give it, because that is required by APA. So an abstract page would look like this. Notice that I'm on page 2, and on page 2 of my abstract page, the term running head is not there. The only page that the term running head will appear on is that title page. The only page that it will appear on. That I have page 2. So to do this in Word, what you will want to do is when you're putting in that first running head out there, there's a little box out there that says different first page under the running head option. You want to make sure that you check that so that your first page is different from page 2 and the rest of your essay. If you don't check that, Word's going to fight you on having that first page different in that header than the rest of it. So you want on the first page the header to be different. Okay. Now this abstract looks a little goofy because for some reason the sample essay is showing up in mostly Latin. Okay. But it's the basic format that we will use for the correct abstract, and then we'll have the keywords at the bottom. Some of you instructors will not ask you to do those keywords. They will say, yeah, don't need it, don't need that practice, but I think it's good practice for you. You may be at a company down the road where you will need to do that because what you are writing needs to go online. Okay? Now, a lot about what APA is all about is how do I credit what I've used. How do I make sense of what I'm using and let somebody else know what I've used? That's what a lot of APA is all about. I want to show the sources that directly influenced my work. Directly influenced my work. Well, those are the sources that I'm going to concentrate on showing my reader. I should cite one or two sources, the most representative sources for each key point that I'm making. If I want to give an example of something, one example is not going to be enough. So APA is even spelling out 1 to 2 sources per key point.